Should we go ahead and play anyway, or should we get that guitar?
All right.
All right.
There is no holding back the power in this room right now. Rising up as a force of love so high it can't come down.
The music is terrible.
Every soul is a
It's
soul
fading
on
in and out.
fire.
Can't hear Jimmy.
Bright with the light of life. Here we are, open wide. There's no place we can hide. We sing out, we sing. Sing out, we sing. Spirit move, our hands and feet spirit move. Everything spirit move in the space between. Spirit move. Like a river deep and wide, rolling out like a mighty flood. Love's filling every heart and pouring out of love. Feel it breaking down the walls, building everybody up. It's taking over now, there's no way it can stop. We sing out, we sing. Sing out, we sing. Spirit move, our hands and feet spirit move. Everything spirit move in the space between. Spirit move. Sing out, we sing. Sing out, we sing.
Yeah, I know. It's too bad.
Sing out, we sing.
Gotta go with it! Exclamation point. LOL.
Sing out, we sing. Spirit move, our hands and feet spirit move. Everything spirit move in the space between. Spirit move. Move, our hands and feet spirit move. Everything spirit move in the space between. Spirit move. Spirit move. Spirit move.
Yes, indeed. Spirit is moving. I had you all stand up because, it's good to get the body moving a little bit. I know it feels a little awkward, but it's all good, right? So welcome, everyone. My name is Reverend Alvarado. So glad that you have joined us this evening. And to those online, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we gather this evening to express love, to practice radical acceptance and inclusion, and to connect with one another and with spirit. We are a powerful spiritual community, lovingly committed to a world of acceptance, compassion, peace, and joy. Our practitioner on platform with me this evening is Amber Davidson. Yay, yes, so she'll be holding us all in prayer. And so we're gonna sit back, take a deep breath, and settle in as we begin with an opening meditation and prayer and a song.
You are welcome. You are welcome to this
Heart Tribe, you are welcome to this family. You are welcome to this gathering. You are welcome in spirit as spirit. Thank you for showing up in spirit as spirit. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. So you drop down in, just knowing that spirit is here, that spirit moves, and that we are the expression of that movement. We take this time together to experience that spirit in our lives, to remind ourselves about spirit always with us. And what a joy to come together in order to contemplate that spirit, as each of us, as ourselves and as others. And I am so grateful for all these spirits, for everybody that is involved in this gathering, for the music, for the message, for all the support, technical and administrative, for all the worker bees that set things up and that make things right, in love for this gathering. And in such gratitude for all of that, and knowing that what is to come is exciting and perfect. You can join me in saying, and so it is. Now if you just stay in that space, stay in that place where you're connected to your breath, that inspiratus, the breath moving through you, spirit moving through you. Everything is spirit. Everything is God. Everything is love. And love works through you and as you. If you reach out your inner ability to feel the people in this heart tribe, both present in the building and watching at home. Feel the love that comes from them as an expression of the divine. Just take a moment to feel that love just flowing into you, that divine energy that sails on the waves of love, that just fills you up. Feel that love fill you up. And then recognize that the love that comes from you, the spirit working as you, that love goes out to all the people in this room, filled with love that you are sending, filled with love that you are receiving. All the people in our community, here and not here, filled with love. All those individual expressions of spirit pouring love into you. And that love is so powerful, so big, so unending, that it easily encompasses this entire city. And it doesn't stop there, it moves out through larger and larger spaces until it is circling the earth. That energy of love is so big, it moves out into the universe. And the universe, that is spirit, that is the divine, is unending. So that energy of love, that unending energy of love moves out in an unending power. How powerful we are as the divine in motion, as love in action. And now I ask you to come back into this room, all of the individual bodies of love, all the individual expressions of spirit. And we're coming back into this time and this place, knowing that all of that spirit swirls around us, supports us, infuses us, and moves through us, as us, with us. It is all good. And you are here now to experience all the good. And when you'd like to open your eyes, feel free. Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me. As me, where I sing, God is. Where I dance, joy lifts my feet. Where I live, beauty's flowing free. In and out and through me, as me. For where I down, God is the faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort there. Where I see, God is the answer. Here and now and forever and ever and ever. Where I speak, truth is. Where I work, love is my career. Where I play, God is playing boldly in and out and through me, as me. Where I am, where I stand, where I play, where I work and breathe and move and be, where I sing, where I dance, I dance wherever I go, where I pray and take God is, God is, God is, God is.
Beautiful. Thank you, Julie. Jimmy. So let's harmonize our hearts and our minds. Let's place our hands on our heart. Take a deep breath. And let's say together, care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. So I was at a park the other day, and I heard two siblings arguing with each other. And one boy said to his younger brother, "You're so stupid." And normally I wouldn't even care about someone saying a comment like that, but I think you all know I participated in this wonderful spiritual event in Phoenix last month. So my ears perked up in a little different way than they normally do. And the event that I went to, we were focused on pure love and doing no harm. And so when I hear this boy saying, "You're so stupid," so I couldn't help but wonder, how did his brother feel on the receiving end of that? Did he care? Did it impact him? Or did he just, yeah, whatever. They probably said to each other a million times in one day. But how did we get to a place in our world where it's normal to talk to each other that way? Where we say these things and we say them without even thinking. Yeah, and it's become such a part of our culture. And we weren't born that way. We weren't born judging others. We learned those things. We learn them by watching our parents. We learn them by watching our other siblings. We see it on television and in movies. And then it becomes, as we get older, it becomes normal to hear somebody say something like that, almost an accepted part of our culture. And then it shows up in our workplace, and it definitely shows up in our family, right? I'm thinking Thanksgiving, that's coming soon. It seems to show up a lot during that time of year. And so the negativity, the gossip, the judgments, it seems like it's at an all-time high. Maybe it's just me. I think it's been that way now for quite a long time, yeah? And so we see it, we feel it, it's around us. And someone makes just the slightest misstep. "Oh, they're such an idiot." Or we ourselves make a little mistake. "Why did I do that? I'm so stupid." Yeah, we say these things to ourselves. It's just a part of our culture. How did it end up that way? I heard somebody today use the word idiot referring to somebody else. It's stupid and idiot. I don't know about those two words, but it just seems to show up a lot. Someone very wise said, anonymous, said, "Be sure to taste your words before you spit them out." If only we could. Boy, we wouldn't say much, would we? If we could actually taste them. So, judgment's an interesting thing. We feel so justified in judging others. We have a whole judicial system built all around it. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be held accountable for their actions. Of course they should. But boy, do we live in a judgmental society. Yes? Yeah. So the ego, where it comes from, the ego is all about right and wrong. I'm right. When we're judging someone, we're right and they're wrong. Yeah? And, when we're also judging, we're also saying, "I would never do that." In other words, I'm better. Yes? If you think about it, right? When you judge somebody, what are you saying? You're saying, "I'm better. Because I would never do that, or I would never say that, or I would never behave that way." So we're saying we're more special, in a sense. But are we any more special? Are we any more special than anyone else? No. Because each of us is a child of the divine. Each of us emanates that beauty and that grace that is God. It moves through each of us in the exact same way. No one is better than anyone else. At the last spiritual center I worked at, I was facilitating a discussion with a small group of congregants. And it got a little heated. Those are always fun moments, There was a gentleman in the group who was expressing very strong opinions about the church down the street. It was a Christian church. And he was really angry at their beliefs, their practices, their ways of being, particularly toward the LGBTQ community. Now, I understand that, because in our philosophy, we embrace all. But what I said to him was that if we stand here and express our anger and our judgment, are we any different from them expressing their anger and judgment toward us? At some point, we have to make a shift. At some point, we have to go to love. If what we say in our philosophy is true, that we embrace all, that we are one with all, then that means we are also one with those who have different beliefs than we do. We are also one with those who judge us, who criticize us. Yeah? There's a difference between judgment and discernment. Discernment says that way of practicing, that belief, that faith tradition doesn't work for me. It doesn't align with where I'm at on my journey and on my path. Judgment says those people, they, you, anytime you hear yourself saying those people, then you know that you've stepped or tripped and fallen right into judgment land. Right? The moment you hear yourself saying that. But when we react so strongly, there's something else going on. If we're reacting that strongly to something, it just means that there's something within us that needs some healing. It always comes back to that. A friend of mine used to say, hysterical is historical. I think you've heard me say that before. Anytime we get fired up about something, we're really angry, it's never about what we think it's about, right? So it just means that there's something within us that needs healing, that needs some attention. It's often a place within us that is unable to go to love. It's unable, it's resisting that in some way. So it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to look at ourselves. What is it within myself that is unable to embrace this particular person or this group of people, whatever it may be? So we have to be courageous enough to examine the spaces and the places within ourselves that are resisting. Rumi said, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Going to love is actually more natural to us than anything else. Do you believe that? Yeah. You know, we can't remain in a place of judgment and a place of love at the same time. We can't recognize the oneness that we share with another person, another population of people, the planet, and be in judgment at the same time. They're two different energies. On Friday, I saw a very unusual post on Nextdoor. This guy posted, he said, you know, there's so much negativity in the world, on news and social media. I'm going to ask you all to post something positive. What's something that's happened in your life over the summer that you're really excited about? And what was amazing is lots of people posted things. It was beautiful. And what I thought was so even more beautiful was that he responded to every single person in the most thoughtful and loving way. I even posted something about taking on the senior minister role, and he responded to me too. And he congratulated me. He has no idea who I am. And so I thought that was such a beautiful thing for a human being to do for a community. And, you know, it's our nature to be kind. It's our nature to be loving. We tend to identify so much more with our human selves than we do our pure soul or our divine self. We forget that that's the truth of who we are because we identify so much with our human self. And you know, if we sat in a monastery for hours without any worldly distractions, well, sure, we'd be floating through life too. But we came here to learn, yeah? We came here to grow. We came here to expand our consciousness. And we need our human body to help us move through the world in order to do that. Otherwise, we would be floating around, which might be kind of nice for a while. No, but we need to be grounded in order to move through this world. At the satsangs that I participated in last month, Puja Shri, the wise one that led these, he talked about the difference between the pure soul and the human self. And he said that the pure soul is the knower and the seer. So if you can imagine that each of us has this pure soul, this divine essence that is the knower and the seer. And it's the observer of everything that's going on. It doesn't react, it just observes. Whereas our human self is the doer. Our human self reacts to everything. And that's our ego, right? That's our ego state. So, and in that state, we think we're special. That's where deceit lives, that's where greed lives, that's where pride lives, is in the ego state. But the pure soul is always, always in a state of bliss. It's just blissed out all the time. And so the pure soul will look at another being and see perfection. See absolute perfection. Even if that person is attacking them, they still see the perfection in them. I think that's such a beautiful thing, and that is who we truly are. But we have forgotten that. In one of my most favorite books, The Way of Mastery, Jeshua says, when I was being nailed to the cross, there was one who raised the mallet to strike the nail. And as he raised the mallet, his eyes met mine for just a moment. And I saw that one soul, and I loved that one soul. And I felt compassion for that one. Because my energy was different, it created a space in which that soul could make a different choice. He dropped the mallet from his hand. This was a Roman soldier. He stood up. He walked away, and he disappeared. So it takes practice to see others in the way that Jeshua is describing. But I believe that we can get there. I believe it because it is who we are. It is the truth of who we are. It is our very nature. I have someone in my life that I've really struggled with. And I've had to do a lot of forgiveness work in order to see this person as pure soul. And so now when I think about them, when I close my eyes and I see their face, I actually feel complete peace. Because I've practiced it. Now when I see them in person, it's a little different. It's a little harder. But here's the thing with individuals like this in our life, and we all have them. Ministers, practitioners, everybody, right? We all have them. It's an opportunity to go to love. Anytime that someone shows up in our life who triggers us, who rubs us the wrong way, it's always an opportunity. The divine is saying, here's an opportunity to look at. And my mentor said to me, you called this person in. As a soul, I believe that we call these people into our life in order to assist us on this earthly plane. Yeah? So, yeah. Pujashri says, feel the benevolence for those who upset you. They are breaking your ego. I'm going to say that again. Feel the benevolence for those who upset you. They are breaking your ego. What a profound statement. So I actually feel great gratitude for this being in my life, for helping me to break my ego down. So when I see them, I get another opportunity to practice that. Ah, there's my ego. There it goes again. There's the judgment. Let me make a conscious choice to return to love, to return to the pure soul that is simply the observer. Seeing them as a pure soul. If we want to expand our consciousness, if we want to elevate and continue to evolve and continue to grow and continue to expand who we are, we can't do it without individuals like this. We can't do it by sitting on a meditation cushion for 7 hours. That's lovely, and certainly I'm not saying it doesn't shift something in us, because it does. But boots on the ground is when those individuals show up who trigger us and push our buttons, and we just want to scream something not so nice, right? So when someone in your life does something that offends you or upsets you, maybe it's now, maybe it's something that happened 20 years ago. We take a breath and we go within and we tap into our heart and we watch, as we listen, go back and look at the memory, we watch it like a movie, so we see it as an observer. So see if you can do that right now as you're thinking about that person and what happened and what you're so pissed off about. See if you can step back and see it as an observer. Allow your pure soul to see it as an observer. Watch it like a movie. You got your popcorn. You're just watching it go by. Just watching it go by. The days of our lives. Do you remember that? Do you remember that soap opera? Some of you know. Yeah. Yeah, so we watch it, and when we get triggered, oh, there I am. Ah, there it goes again. I'm triggered again. Oh, okay, let me back up. Let me take another breath. Thank you, dear soul. Thank you for giving me another opportunity to break my ego down. Thank you, dear one. Now, we're not going to go up to them and say that. Thank you, dear one, for breaking my ego down, clearly. But we can bow to their soul. We can bow to them and honor them. Yeah, so the pure soul sees everyone and every situation through the lens of acceptance and compassion and love, period. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't stand for something. Much has come from standing and saying, this is not okay. But isn't it possible to do that from a place of love? To stand for something and against nothing? Ernest Holmes said, find me one person who is for something and against nothing, who is redeemed enough not to condemn others, and I will find another Savior, another Jesus, another exalted human being. So our job, I believe, on this earthly plane is to practice being that energy of love and compassion, connecting in with the pure soul that we are, remembering that that is who we are, and remembering that that person who is triggering us is also a pure soul. Underneath whatever it is that they're showing us, there is a pure soul there. So we are here to help each other. We are here to help each other find our way back home. Yeah. If you're here in person or you're online, my assumption is you're here because you're committed to your spiritual growth. Yes, you're committed to your spiritual growth. 2 hands from Ann. Okay, very good. Yeah, so are you willing to practice? Are you willing to commit to practicing seeing the pure soul in everyone? Just check in with yourself. Am I willing to commit to practice seeing the pure soul in everyone I meet? Now, it's easy with this group. It's easy with those of like mind and those we love dearly. But I invite you to try it on those outside of here, particularly those that trigger you. Yeah, I believe that we have an agreement that as souls we have signed up in some way with these individuals who push our buttons. We have some agreement with them. Pujashri calls them sticky files. And they are sticky, aren't they? Kind of like fly paper. Really sticky, some of them. Yeah, so bowing down in reverence to these beings, thanking them, truly thanking them for showing up in this life for you so that you have the opportunity to make a different choice. You have the opportunity to choose something different. And when you don't, when you find yourself still upset, still triggered, be gentle with yourself. You take a breath. Okay, let me try again. I love what Ram Dass says. They are God in disguise. They are God in disguise. Truly. So here's your homework for the week. Practice being non-judgmental. See how long you can go. See if you can practice it with your family, your spouse, your partner. Okay, everybody, let's try one day, okay? Because a week is a lot. Or maybe start with a half a day. We're going to practice. For 1/2 day, we are going to practice being non-judgmental. That means both out loud and silently, because we say a lot of things in our head that never make it out of our mouth. When you catch yourself saying it to yourself or to someone else, whoop, okay, just notice. And it's not to judge yourself, right? It's just to notice. But I invite you to really play with this. Notice how often it comes, God, they're such an idiot. God, I'm such an idiot. God, I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? Notice. And then take a breath. Remember that you are a pure soul. Remember that is who you are. Bow in reverence to yourself. Practice. That's how we get there. That's how we find our way back home. And we can support each other through that. So you willing to do that? You willing? Who's willing? Yay, okay. All right, let's move into prayer. Practitioners, if you are here, will you please stand in high consciousness as I pray us out here. And so in this moment, in this beautiful space, we recognize the opportunity that is before us. We recognize the beauty and grace of spirit that is guiding us to these individuals, guiding us to these experiences, to show us what it truly means to see somebody as a pure soul, to see somebody as the divine essence of God. And we feel gratitude in our heart for the opportunity to be able to do this, to practice it in our life. And so I'm knowing that as we go out into the week, that we are able to, that we remember to do this. That when we catch ourselves being in judgment toward ourselves or someone else, that we just simply take a breath and we let it go and we recommit and we try again. And we choose to see something different. We choose to be a different way. We choose to be love in the world. We choose to be peace in the world. And so, feeling gratitude for this opportunity that is here, we take a deep breath. We let it just settle in. And we say yes to this commitment to ourselves. We say yes to what is before us, knowing that as we do this, we shift our consciousness. And not only do we shift our own consciousness, but we contribute to the shift in consciousness across this planet. And so with that, we let it go. We trust. We allow God to do God's perfect work in our life. And we simply say, and so it is.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
So we are supported entirely by our community, and we thank you so much for your support. And we have a number of ways that you can give, and we have a basket that is somewhere. Okay. Do we? Yeah. Okay, we don't. Do we have a basket? Oh, I thought we had a basket. Sorry, y'all. We're looking for something. No. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. I think many of you give online, and if you have money to give, Amber is going to grab a basket. So thank you, Amber. Thank you. We will pass that. For those online, and even those here, you can certainly donate on our website. You can text to give 970-614-4226, or you can mail your gift. Or you can place whatever is in your heart in that basket. So as it's passing along in front of you, send love, blessings, whatever is in your heart that you would like to give to this beloved community, put that into that basket and know that it is growing and expanding in beautiful and amazing ways. I'm going to bless it up here as well.
I like this basket. It's better. It's bigger.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Amber.
Bigger basket is better.
Bigger basket means we can fill the basket with many more things. Yes? All right. So let's say our offering affirmation together. Spirit's abundance flows through me.
Spirit's abundance flows through me.
Joyfully, I share my good.
I share my good.
And so we just give thanks for all that is flowing into this beloved community. And we just know that it is expanding in beautiful ways, blessing this community, raining down upon this community in such extraordinary and amazing ways. And we just see that, and we know that, and we trust that, and we just give thanks for all that is unfolding. And so it is.
So it is. Every day is so wonderful, then suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. I am beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring me down. Oh no. So don't you bring me down today. To all your friends, you're delirious, so consumed in all you're doing, trying hard to fill the emptiness. The piece is gone, left the puzzle undone. Is that the way it is? You are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring you down. Oh no. You are beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring you down. So don't you bring me down today. No matter what we do, no matter what we say, we're the song inside the tune, full of beautiful mistakes. Everywhere we go, the sun will always shine, and tomorrow we wide awake on the other side. We are beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring us down. We are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring us down. Oh, so don't you bring us down today. Don't you bring me down today.
Lovely. So I have a few announcements. And because there's some things that I want you all to know about. We had some slides, we had some technical issues, so we'll get those going next week, I'm sure. But I want to announce a couple of things. So the first thing is our endowment fund. So we have an opportunity, if you've read the letter we sent out or you saw it in the newsletter, we have an opportunity with CSL Foundation to, if we come up with $25,000, they will match that and we'll have 50,000. It will continue to grow. So this money is not money we're going to use now. This is money that's going to be used in the future to support not operation expenses. We're not using it for that. We're using it for a new building, programming, things for the future. So this is really to support our beloved community. And Wanda Worth had a wonderful idea, and I just would love to have her come up. She's agreed to come up and share what her idea is. So let me just say one thing before she speaks. So right now we have pledges and commitments for $17,600. So we're short by a little over 7,000, and so Wanda has an idea.
If you read a couple weeks ago, I wrote a little letter that was in the newsletter, and I guess it was on the weekend, we received this letter from Reverend Leah saying that we were in need of getting the rest of the funds. And that Monday morning, I opened up the Coloradoan to see that we were going to be receiving, we taxpayers in Colorado are going to be receiving a refund check. Certain amount for single, certain amount for dual income households. I immediately felt the sensation, intuition speaking to me, spirit within speaking to me. I know where that money's going. And so I talked to Larry, and there was no doubt in our mind that's what we were going to do. And so I typed up this little letter to Reverend Leah, and she put it in the newsletter. And it's that pay it forward, but also what we've heard in this practice for so long is good from unexpected sources. And we are hoping that others in our community would do the same. It wouldn't take that many of us to pay it forward in order to get to that end of that line that we need to reach to fulfill this commitment for the endowment fund. And it's just no coincidence. We get this letter from Reverend Leah. I read this in the newspaper, and then we make the commitment, and all of a sudden, this is the part Larry gets to come up for. All of a sudden, yesterday in the mail, lo and behold, what shows up for us but the refund check. So here we go. Here's our commitment towards that. And we hope others out there in the community will think about that good from unexpected sources and pay it forward.
Beautiful. Thank you both. Thank you both so much. Thank you. So we do have a class coming up starting September 1st, and I'm going to be teaching this. It's a loving yourself class. So how many of you could really love yourself a little bit more? Just the eyes, yeah, okay. So this is a class I've taught before. I created this class. It's quick. It's 3 weeks, and it's a sweet little class, and I just love teaching it. So if you want to join me, check it out. It's in the newsletter, and you can sign up for that. We also have opportunities to join our SEVA team. So SEVA, I'm going to keep saying that because it's new for this community. SEVA means selfless service. And we need to grow our team because we have lots of little jobs. We have setting up the room in the social hall for meals. We have the welcome table in there. We have lots of little jobs that we could use help with. So Doug, stand up. Doug is our volunteer coordinator. He is yes. So thank you so much, Doug. So if you are interested in seeing how you can serve this community, please see Doug afterwards, and he'll share with you all the things that we can do together. Okay, a couple more things. Storage unit. So we have a storage unit that has lots and lots of things from when we had a building. We have slowly moved stuff out. We still have more things. We have another project coming up next Saturday. And Matt and Amber are heading that up. And so we need some more bodies to help us. So if you are called to that, please see either Matt, raise your hand, or Amber in the back. or me, and we'll get you set up for that too. So we are in need of more assistance there. Okay, so the discussion tonight, we're going to have discussion questions on the table if you're joining us for dinner, and so join us for that, and maybe some lively discussion about pure soul and practicing that in your life. Sound good? Okay. All right, so I'm going to do our benediction here, and then we're going to sing the peace song. So I'm going to have everybody stand for our benediction and peace song, and so just receive these words. Just take them into your heart. Take a hand next to you if you're comfortable. Yes. Thank you. Good job. Yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So just taking in, yes, connect the circle. There we go. Oh, I love seeing that. Okay. Beautiful. So just take in these words. May you be at peace. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you be healed, and may you be a source of healing for all beings. And so it is.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With